Okay, hi, April 9, and I've been recording weather for a while, and I wanted to share with you my process because it's taken me a while to minimize how much work I do and maximize how much value I and other people get out of my data. So I'm going to take it from the top, and I'm going to be working two screens at the same time, and hopefully put this all together so that you get a picture of what I'm doing. Now, I use one tool for sure during the disease season. That's Mary Blight. And I've got a whole series of videos about Mary Blight. I'll refer to them down below, the playlist. You can look at that. This is if you don't have a service in the area to help you do prediction for fire blight, this is the tool. I also collect rain data, and I do that using the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network. I just read about this in a New York Times article, and they use the rain gauge that I use. So it's easy. I just do it anyway, but by sharing my data, I help other people. So I kind of encourage you, if you're using the same rain gauge, look them up. Check it out and get into a regular routine of sharing your data. And last but not least, for my own use anyway, I have a data logger that's in an enclosure. I have a link down below about my data logger. It's the Kestrel D1, and it's set to record data every 30 minutes. You can do metric or imperial. It's actually set by the app in your phone. This is a Bluetooth device, so you just need to get within 30 or so feet of it, and you can download the data. So at the early part of the season, I go about, say, once a week, and I email the data back to the house. Later on, when disease pressure is up, I might check it daily or every other day. The rain gauge gets read every day, and I record that data. So now let me show you where that data goes. Now, I already showed you that the rain data is going into this collaborative network, okay? But it also goes someplace else. Sean Labrie came up with this brilliant spreadsheet. It's Excel, and it lets me calculate degree days. And we're working collaboratively on making it a universal degree day calculator where you can just tell it what your base temperature is. It doesn't really care if it's metric or imperial. It's going to do the same math. So you put in what you want, be it DD10, DD0, DD50, DD32, doesn't matter. You would just put that number in, and the sheet would then start calculating degree days based on that value. Really sweet what he's done. So first of all, I'm going to back up a wee bit here. I capture the data from the data logger, and I just keep adding the new data into an Excel spreadsheet, and I use the Excel maximum, the max formula or the min formula to tell me for that period what was the max or min date. So I work from 7:30 one morning to 7 o'clock the next morning. Okay, and it's always looking back, what was the high temperature, what was the low temperature for the previous day. So there I get my data. And just for me, I see the median temperature. If the median's below 50, because I use DD50, I just know I don't expect to have accumulated any degree days. Okay, but this, instead of me having to do it the hard way, this just tells me. Now, if you have an orchard thermometer that you can reset each day, then you're going to get min and max. That's it. You just have to go out every day. If I have a dry period, I don't really care. I just let it go, and then I collect the data later. So anyway, that data goes into the spreadsheet of high and low, and you'll see that it's accumulating DD50 data. And as you go down, well, back on the 20th, I accumulated some, and some none, some I accumulate. So it's starting to track. Up on the top, he's got codling moth, apple maggot fly. Have to think about that. Japanese beetle. I love Japanese beetle because it just starts accumulating. It doesn't have a biofix, and it gives me a good idea of when to set traps out. And plum cuculio. Obviously, some of these have biofix dates that go with it, and you can put the biofix dates and you use a cell number, and he put the instructions in. Now I'll be making a copy of the spreadsheet available on a Google Drive, and I'll put a link down below so you can download this sheet. And it's open source. There's nothing fancy about it. So if you can think of improvements, please make comments. Tell me you've made improvements and share with me, and I'll update this thing. I will do another presentation just about the spreadsheet later. Anyway, so now I'm recording data for degree day accumulation, but I still need to record data for Mary Blight. Mary Blight's not too hard. Well, you know Mary Blight. First of all, I need to do this. Gotta get the right screen. Bingo. Mary Blight. There's a playlist. I'll put a link below, and you're going to want to have your manual. I had to print a new one because I lost my old one, and I'll find it now because I just printed a new one. If you're looking for the manual, it's embedded in the software when you download it, so you can see it right there. And when you click it, up comes the manual. Okay, it's a beautiful PDF. We found a few things that are curious in it. Please check in the videos, some of the coding and such. The documentation doesn't reflect everything, so check my videos and you'll see that. Too much to go into right now, but the manual is a very good manual. So get rid of that, make that go away, and now I'm in Mary Blight to enter data. I'm not going to spend a lot of your time here. I have videos about this, but that maximum temperature, minimum temperature, they get plugged in here. I will be doing phenology, which is, I put D for dormant. Okay, I need to start building my Mary Blight record. Max temperature, min temperature, there we are again. There's supposed to be a way that you can import an Excel spreadsheet, but it doesn't really matter to me because I'm doing it day by day anyway. There's no value to me to do that. But anyway, wetness, there's that rain gauge information. And in here, you might also put, if it's due or something like that, you can put 0.01, doesn't matter. Go back to the videos. And you have place for notes. And in the other notes, I might put, like, it's snowing right now, so I might not really see much accumulation. Might be a trace, but I'll put snow here. It's annoying. Okay. The phenology, you're going to want to look at read the manual, and you'll see what codes to put in there. It's not a pick list, I regret. So you'll just have to put in what the phenology is. Phenology is silver, green tip, half-inch green, pink. Okay, that's what I mean by phenology. What does it look like? So this is where I collect my data, and this is where I accumulate and integrate my data. So what I'm doing is I'm feeding a national database for rainfall. I am also using that I go down, same data, and I put it in here and in my other spreadsheet so I keep track of it, because the wetting period is critical for Mary Blight. I don't know of an open source software tool for Scab, but maybe someone could work on that. Might be as simple as a spreadsheet. I don't know. And I feed it into Mary Blight, so that gives me predictions for when I need to start doing prophylactic sprays to help combat fire blight. So this is the software. These are the numbers I collect. I don't know if Mary Blight, you have to look it up. I don't know if Mary Blight will work in metric. I use it in Fahrenheit, imperial. That's up to you. But you can certainly, for degree day monitoring, for integrated pest management, for insects, use what's local. You can monitor in 10, you can monitor in 0, Use what's local to your needs. So I hope this has just been informative, and some constructive feedback is always welcome. Please hit like. Please hit like. Please subscribe. That helps me. Just hitting like and subscribes helps me. So, and if you're really feeling generous and there's an ad, click on the ad. I get like a quarter. Thank you very much. Please have a great day. These are interesting times. I wish you, your family, and all your loved ones health and happiness. Take care. Later.